A popular topic I'm sure you've seen all over social media have been some of the events that transpired at AAA's Triplemania 29 in Mexico City, where you had on the card a singles match for the AAA Mega Championship, Kenny Omega with Konnan versus Andrade El Idolo, or El Idolo, I think is how you actually say it.
Oleo.
With, as a surprise, his, I don't know if he's father-in-law or future father-in-law, but Nature Boy Ric Flair.
And everybody wanted to know what I thought about. Obviously, I didn't watch the match. I saw the clip, the clip of the chop exchange and the figure fours on Twitter. I'm not going to watch a Kenny Olivier match all the way through when I can see, 30 seconds of Ric Flair afterwards. I'm sorry, but that's exactly what they should have done. We talked about if AEW signs Flair, should they let Flair wrestle again? No, with all of his health issues and everything. But in Mexico, just seeing Ric Flair throwing chops, the people were going fucking crazy. I wish he'd been chopping somebody that could sell it better rather than just turning from one to another like a stagey, ballet performance.
And then on the other hand, Konnan, one chop and he's dead.
As it should be, because he doesn't need to be doing a lot of that active shit either. He's, but Konnan's super over in Mexico. Flair hasn't been there in so long. My God, they were, it's like they were seeing, New York was seeing Babe Ruth in 1966. So that, yes, that was the highlight of their show, and their news getter was to have Ric Flair and Oleo chopping, twinkle toes, and have Konnan involved in the double figure fours. I worried about Rick going down, but
Rick was in better shape than Konnan there.
Well, yes, because again, they need to be careful. This is Mexico, and the standards are a little looser as far as, letting people who might not physically be prepared for things get in the ring and do shit. It'd be under the radar, whatever. But, I'm glad nobody got hurt, but that's the perfect thing they should have done. I have no qualms with that whatsoever. And it was one of those things where, no, did it look really good like anybody in their heyday? No. And Olivier is supposed to be in his heyday, and if it'd been Ricky Steamboat feeding for those chops, or a heel like Bobby Eaton who knew how to feed like a fucking heel, or is somebody else, that would have been better. But just seeing the legends do that in that environment, I didn't have a problem with. I don't see why they would have done anything else.
Do you think Flair should have made his post-WWE debut in AAA?
Well, again, the only people in the United States that are even going to know that took place are the people that know everything. To the average person in this society, Ric Flair, they wouldn't know whether he was in Mexico or not. If he's not on their TV, they don't fucking know. So I don't think it's not like he was advertised, on, Plutonium Championship Wrestling in dipshit Missouri. And it's like, oh my God, how the mighty have fallen. He's at a big event in another country. But what happens there, the average person in this country is not going to fucking know about anyway. Only the people who live and breathe this stuff on the internet and have to know everything. And we've established that there's a few million of those rabid folks still left, and a lot of other people don't give a shit anymore.
Another question that comes out of this event is, and I don't know how much of it you saw, apparently, there was a story going around that AAA wanted Andrade to win the mega title at this event, their biggest event, Triplemania, their 29th Triplemania. It's been known to be, and I think advertised since May, so it wasn't a surprise. And reportedly, Tony Khan had a veto right over his champion, Kenny Omega, as he should, and he exercised it here. So Kenny Omega loses the Impact title on national TV, but he's not allowed to lose the AAA title the next night. What do you think of all that? Have you followed that at all?
Well, remember a couple of weeks ago, we were talking, people on social media were saying that, yes, Andrade will be winning the title from Omega at AAA at Triplemania at their big show. And apparently the office down in Mexico thought that was the case also. And then they booked this giant match. And then because apparently they just put shit together from week to week on AEW's American television and just decide to let Adam Page go home and have a baby and change that match and just decide to put Christian in there and just decide to do everything on the sperm of the moment. They said, well, we can't let him get beat twice. What the fuck? Good God. If I was AAA, I would be anxious to get as far away from these fucking crazy white boys as I possibly could. They're fucking up our business because they don't know what they're doing from one week to the next up there. Maybe QT forgot to write it down. But that's it. This whole thing has been insane and counter to the way that any championship match or championship in general has ever been treated or booked or promoted or whatever the fuck. And the thing is, the least important title that he had, the TNA championship, actually came with 2 belts, and both those belts look fucking more expensive than the other ones. And he loses to Christian on free television and drops 2 of his belts. And then the one that's definitely more important than Impact's, because they actually do legitimate business in Mexico, then he can't drop the AAA one. So next time, so that he can come and beat Christian on free or on pay-per-view, upcoming on their next pay-per-view, but he won't get those other 2 belts back. He'll just beat Christian in defense of the one. Oh, for fuck's sake.
By the way, wouldn't it have been a better selling point going into that event and the idea that Christian could possibly beat Omega again and win another title if he did lose the AAA title the next night? Then all of a sudden, this guy that was ultra confident on TV a week ago, now he's got something to worry about.
Well, but then again, you've wasted so much time. Nobody kicks out of the one-winged fairy. The AEW title's the most protected title in the business. And he's only done, somebody on Twitter or wherever said, oh, well, he put so-and-so over in a non-title match and he lost to Pac or something. Okay, big shit. In 2 years, this guy has done a couple of jobs in a non-title situation, and I didn't remember him. Probably nobody else does either. How can you remember anything that happens on this fucking chaotic program? But suddenly he gets beat for another company's title on his company's television right before they knew that he was going to need to drop that in Mexico. As you said, it's been booked for 2 or 3 months. And then, no, you don't want him to do. Oh, fuck. You don't want to beat him at all. You got CM Punk and Bryan Danielson coming into the company. Why would you beat him, as I mentioned, with Christian, a 47-year-old guy just out of retirement, or Andrade, honestly, a middle card guy in the other company that's come over there and speaks like he's got fucking marbles in his mouth, or anybody else when you got CM Punk and Bryan Danielson coming into company. I'm astonished at this whole fiasco.